and then wanted a relationship, and then I didn't want that, and then he got mad, and then turned into a dick because I didn't want a relationship, and then he decided to be a dick. So that's what happened. And I just didn't want to tell my son. I kind of told my son a different story. I didn't want to hurt my son's feelings, so I kind of told my son that I told my son he got married and that his wife was the one that didn't want him, which was wrong for me, but I was protecting my son, so. But I did call him, though. I did. And he was still being an asshole, so. That broke my son's heart. Anyways, but my mom ended up getting dementia. And my son ended up giving up college. To help take care of my mom. And that's why I tell you guys that I have the most awesomest boys ever. That I am humbled. And that maybe I don't understand. But then Bug will understand. That half of the stuff that I say, maybe I wouldn't understand, but Bug will. Maybe I wouldn't read, but Bug will. My son won't read, but then his kids will. The teachings that I will teach, Lawton will. Look at him. His heart is the same as mine. I would never imagine my son to give up his dreams, sacrifice his dreams, to help raise my mom, to help take care of my mom. Every single day, I tell him, son, go. And he tells me, Mom, I cannot leave Grandma. Mom, I cannot leave Grandma. My biggest fear is what if something happens to my mom? Is he gonna break? And as a mom, how am I gonna handle that? He's my baby. He's still my baby. My thing is this. Anybody can push a baby out of the vagina. Anybody. And I'm gonna say this. My name is Lela Malai. And I am saying anybody can push a baby out of the vagina. Anybody can lay on their back and anybody can get pregnant. But it actually takes a woman to sacrifice their life. Invest their time. Stay up late nights. Hug a child. When they're screaming late at night, when they're having a bad dream. Try and explain to them why their damn butthole hurts when they're taking a shower. And try and hide it from their dad. or the fact that you cannot explain to them why the F, when you close the door on them, they go screaming in the corner in a fetal position because for some effing reason they have some freaking abandonment issues. So you gotta stay with them in that fetal position until they snap out of it. Or the fact that your son never stopped peeing in his bed until he was 8 years old. It takes a woman to take that and restore a kid and make him feel whole, make him feel safe, make him feel loved, and every single day remind him that he is good enough, that anything is possible. And that I am the lucky one, not him. So again, it takes a woman to do that. Same thing for a man. Any man can be a sperm donor. It's the grunt work. Picking up the pieces. It might not be the same when you put it together. The point is, you're putting it together. It becomes a whole new masterpiece. It becomes a whole new work of art. Same thing like God, right? He takes our brokenness. He mends it all back together. We may not be all the same. We may not come all together. We may not trust the same. We may not love the same. We may not see the same. We may love different. We may appreciate more differently. We may see love we actually may appreciate things differently, more. But it's love. Lust turns into love. Right? Like turns into appreciation. Struggle turns into growth. Lessons in life. I just want to thank everybody for listening to my rant about Bug's birthday. It was an awesome day at the end. I realized that this kid, it takes a village to raise a kid. That saying about it takes a village to raise a kid, it actually takes a village to raise a kid. Like, I never realized how much love this kid has. Like, you have people from his boxing, women from, like, parents from his boxing thing that wished him happy birthday. Bug, let me tell you guys, the 5 years that I had Bug, let me tell you guys this. When Bug was 4, we we found out that Bug had a like he had this condition where he had a swelling in his right eye, and everything was more neon color. Like he'd see everything on neon, and so we had to do eye exercises. So after a while, his color, like he see color regularly, and then every day before kindergarten, I used to make him study colors. I had posters all over the room: red, black, purple, green, yellow. You know, grape is purple, apple is red. You know, or A apple. You know, B bear, C cat. Everything was like that. Numbers. You know, 1 + 1 = 2. Everything was about that. And so the first year we went away and Bug was in another school, Bug actually won this award, and it was the best student overall. And it was an amazing award for me, because Bug had the hardest time learning. He used to get bored so fast, and to teach Bug was just like harsh. He'd get distracted so quickly. And then this year, Bug won the most improved. Bug actually won the top score for math and reading. He is at the reading level where the 4th graders should be at the end of the school year. And he also won 2 gold medals in his boxing. And that's what I mean. Like, he's so amazing. And these 2 people that gave him life don't even realize how amazing this kid is. Like, these 2 people don't even realize what God is doing in this kid's life. Like, the talent God is giving this kid, is blessing this kid's life with. The heartache this kid has seen in his lifetime, in the 5 years that this kid has been you guys have no idea. Bug was homeless when he was 3. Living in the beach. Seeing all of this. These guys put this kid through that. And then God heard his cry. And God and Bug met me. And that was the last of that. And that's why Bug's blessed now. And this is just the beginning. I just gotta keep him focused. I gotta keep him humble. And I gotta give God glory. Because Bug is a good kid. Good kid. Good heart. You can tell. Everywhere he goes, everybody always says that. Like, your kid, he has a good aura. He has a good spirit. He's such a loving kid, you know. You guys see my son, you can know him. You guys are going to see his heart. He wears it on his sleeve. Thank you guys for taking the time to listen to my story about my 2 boys. I pray one day that they will make a difference in this world. One way or another. I'm going to play the song in the beginning. The first song is actually the song that I actually taught Bug today. If there's anything I teach my son, is music. Both of them. But Lawton has his own genre. Like, my son, me and my oldest boy, like, we go at it with music now.